sometimes it's so hard for leaders, or just quite frankly, let's just talk about humans. It's hard for us as humans to want to walk into a situation that's not working, broken, messy, whatever you want to call it, and it's just not fun. And we tend to kick the can down the road. We'd rather not think about it. I was guilty of this just the other night, Scott. Just as a parent, I got 3 kids, 13, 11, and 10.
So do I.
And I was dealing with not a crisis, but a behavior situation. And my wife was telling me about it, and it's 10 o'clock, and I'm in bed reading. That's what we do, wild and crazy nights here at the Coleman house. And she comes in, and as husband and wife will do, she says, this is going on here, and just want to make you aware of it. And I just said, you know what? I can't think about it right now. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I can't deal with it. I'm exhausted mentally, emotionally, good day, but just nothing there. And I put it off. And I think we all are there, whether the situation is business or relationships. Here's my point. I was trying to call myself out, Scott, that when I actually, though, dive into it and put the effort to get into it, it's not as crazy scary or crazy messy as I thought it was. And I actually have to be uncomfortable. I have to put myself in that situation to actually find out what is the real solution going forward. But ignoring it's not going to make it go away. So
Indeed,
why do we do this in business? What's the temptation?
Well, the easy answer is that the easiest decision to make is to not make a decision yet.
Amen.
And we see that all the time in in teams and products and organizations, large and small, and it results in what I like to call organizational debt, which is the accumulation of decisions that should have been made but weren't. And that debt slows down people, it demoralizes people, it hurts customers or constituents. It sits in the workplace. And in the world of technology, there's this term technical debt, which essentially grows over time and makes developers slower and actually ultimately hurts the product and the ability for it to get better more quickly. It's the same thing in how an organization functions. And so to combat this organizational debt, we have to adopt a few behaviors. One of them that I think is really very crucial in fighting bureaucracy and keeping the ship moving and preventing organizational debt is to ask the annoying questions when you have them, despite the fact that they may come across as annoying. If you're discussing something with your colleagues and someone says, legal says we can't do that, or the dates don't work, and someone just sort of kiboshes the whole conversation. Are you the type of person that says, well, who said that? And can we get a meeting with them on the calendar right now? Oh, they're out. Let's actually call their assistant and get a meeting for next week when they're back. Or the fact that failed before, why does that mean we can't try it again? Let's dissect that. Let's not so easily dismiss this. These questions that we ask are what keep the ship moving. And in an organization, you can always get to a great end. It's just a matter of keeping motion. And I like to think of that frigid ocean that's just about to freeze over, and that big ship that if it stops for any more than a moment at time, it's stuck and lost forever.
Good.
If you keep asking those questions and you keep that ship moving, you will get there.